Hey Vince, this is Stephanie with Max Traffic to Sales. Um, I see that you're interested in my website development that I have going on here, and I'll contact you on Wednesday of next week if you're available. And of course, I am available for you, my friend. But what I wanted to do is shoot you a video so you knew in advance what we're all going to be talking about. All right. I wanted to really explain to you because I am telling you, like, your product that you have, like, I've never seen anything like that before. It is just gorgeous. And to, just sum it up in a phone call or anything like that, it's just not going to work, to share with you what I do for these websites. Nobody else does what I do. All right. That's why they are so freaking awesome. Okay. So I just wanted to go over it in a video for you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click over and let's take a look at your website. And again, my friend, I cannot even believe it. This stuff is awesome. I just love it. I don't even know what I like the best, quite honestly. I mean, it is just beautiful. It's like so shiny and it's just, oh my God, I love shiny things. I guess I don't know what it is, but you have some really, really beautiful work here. All right. Where was that one that I had saw? This, oh my God, that is awesome. I can't even believe that. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, can't even believe it. So anyway, I can see the huge, huge, huge potential that we could do a website. Oh, that's the one I liked, that log cabin one that had just rolled by. That's the one I liked. Okay, anyway. So I am totally getting off topic here. I need to focus a little bit. All right, Vince. So I'm looking at your website here, and your gallery is really, really awesome. I love it. I'm looking to see how old the site is. It's not jumping out at me or anything like that. But what I can suggest, oh, that's the one that I had liked. I saw it right there. It'd be really, really great to have like your phone number up here because a lot of people are doing their searches on a mobile phone. Okay. So if your site, I'm not even sure if you're mobile optimized. I didn't even look that far. All of our sites are mobile optimized, just as a little side note there. But if your site is coming up on a mobile phone, if it's mobile optimized, you should have some kind of a number up here where they can do a click to call. Because if you just have a static phone number up here, all right, they can't do a click to call. They would physically have to write down your phone number and redial it. Nobody's going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So you absolutely want some kind of a click to call here, okay? Projects. Okay. I see a lot of great images, videos, and that's awesome. But what I am looking for is content, okay? Your site does not have a lot of content on it. Now, think about this. Google wants to reward the end user with the best website to have their questions answered. So think about that. If you're going to Google, you got a problem, right? Okay, so they're going in and they're putting in a search something to the effect of the concrete polishing and epoxy. All right, you want to have content on your site that is relevant to concrete polishing and epoxy. And granted, it says it right there, but Google wants to give that end user the best content possible. So what you need are articles, content written on your site about concrete polishing and epoxy. I mean, I am sure there are a slew of keywords we could go after to target your market. Okay, looking. So here's a little. I mean, this isn't really a ton of content. Your site is more, kind of photo album kind of ish. So I'm sure if you had this, somebody found it maybe on Facebook and linked back to it or something like that. I mean, definitely you have beautiful, beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful too. All right, so that's fine. All right, now I'm going to go over here. When you do site with a semicolon up here, such as I did right here with your website, it says that you have 22 pages on your website, or that's what Google is indexing for you. You might have more pages, but that's what Google is indexing. And what that means is home is a page, about is a page, services is a page, projects, contacts. You get the drift. Um, these are pages. These go to different places, I'm assuming. No, these are just images. Google is saying that you have 22 pages right here, okay? I want you to have the biggest and the best website about what you do. You do beautiful work. You deserve to be absolutely all over that first page of Google. All right, so we're going to segue over to a project that I did that has absolutely zero to do with flooring. Okay, I get it, but the premise of a website, a well-constructed website, is basically the same. All right, mobile optimized, which mine is, the coding, the behind the scenes to create the site, all of the coding. Google loves how I code my websites. So in turn, my websites load fast because of the specific coding that I use. Google's going to reward this site, bringing it up higher in the search ranking because it loads faster. All right. And content. We absolutely need content. All right. Anybody doing any kind of a search, let's say, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm looking for some chicken coops. All right. Yeah, could happen. Chicken lovers out there, right? That is a keyword. Chicken coops is a keyword. Custom backyard structures, that's a keyword. See how it's in bold? That helps too. And then those keywords are dappled throughout the paragraphs. These are the keywords. We are handing Google on a silver platter what our site is about. That's what you want to do. You want to make your website so perfect that Google will love to go ahead and spider through it and reward you by putting you on the first page. The easier you make it for Google, the more it's going to love you, okay? Now, over here, you see these images right here, and I'm going to do this one first right here. All right, see where my mouse is right here. And then it says Garages by Waterloo down here in the corner. That is a keyword, Garages by Waterloo. Garages is your keyword, Waterloo is the brand. So you have a keyword and you have a brand. So Google's going to associate the two together, okay? And then you have backyard by Waterloo. You know, where are you going to put your structure? In the backyard. That's a keyword. Two-story sheds by Waterloo. Keyword and branding. Again, two-story garage by Waterloo. Keyword and branding. The whole website is set up just like this. All right. It loves our images because you know what, size is a big factor too. These are a perfect size. They are what they're called compressed, okay? When your images are way entirely too big for something like this on the side, your site takes too long to load. All right, so you need your images to be compressed. Images and video, that really is a holdup. That's a suck right there, slowing your website down. So you want the I have the capacity to go ahead and compress all these images, and that helps everything load faster. Now, this is not a YouTube video, but if you have a YouTube video, you definitely want to make sure that it is on your website because that is part of the SEO strategy. If your video is on YouTube, what you want to do in the description of your YouTube video, you want to go ahead and take that URL, put it in the description, and you're going to backlink it to your website. And that's really important because YouTube is second to Google for search engines, okay? It has a lot of credibility. So you absolutely want your video to be on YouTube and backlink to your site. And if you don't have a YouTube video, what we can do, we'll go ahead and take testimonials that you have, or if you don't have them in your possession, we can go ahead and get them, and we're going to go ahead and make a video, kind of a slideshow presentation of all of your testimonies, and we're going to go ahead, put it up on YouTube and backlink it to your site, okay? Super, super powerful. All right. Now, here, your website has 22 pages, all right? Now, this site that I created here has 2,660 pages. See, this is what I'm talking about. We make sites absolutely huge, all right? I have a process here where I take the keyword combination along with the geo-targeted location and my brand, and I can mix all those up with the different forms of content, and I make your site credible, authoritative, and absolutely huge, all right? A little ditty you probably didn't know about some of your competitors out there is They don't have just one website, my friend. They have numerous websites. They all look different, but they're all the same. The numbers, phone numbers even probably look different, but they all go to the same place, okay? They want to give a different presence so they don't think they're on the same website, all right? That's what I do. I create different websites so they all look a little bit different. You want to give the end user as many options as you possibly can. You want to be all of those options, all right? So they don't have another choice to pick anybody else up. Okay, so that's a whole nother topic, and we'll get into that in a second. My point is, you want a big website. Like I said, this one, 2,660 results. All right. Now, this is where I'm going to go. Now, this is what they call a sitemap, all right? See that up there, sitemap. What a sitemap is a neat and tidy little listing of all the pages on my website. Like I said, I had 2,660 pages on that website. So if I'm going to go ahead and click into this one, but notice before I click on it, it says North Carolina. That's my geo-target. 2-story garages. That's my keyword. By Waterloo.com. That is my brand, okay? We are keyword optimizing the URL, super important. So I'm going to click on it. Okay. So these are all the pages in the website, all right? See, here's my location. Here is the keyword. I have content all over the pages, all right? I have my Google map on there, super important. And then I have, again, all the images that are geo-targeted with keywords and branding. Huge. All right, so let's go ahead and back that up. Back to train up. Let's see. Here's the one that I wanted to show you. Let's see it on here. We'll click on another one. This is what I wanted to show you right here. Okay, see right here. Here is the link, 2-story garages by Waterloo. See how I mixed it up? I put the keyword first now. I didn't put the geo-targeted location. And then I put Pennsylvania, and then Vinyl Heritage Garages. That is the name of the garages that they built, okay? Vinyl Liberty Garages. This is the style of the house. All right, super important. Let's go down here a little bit. Again, 2-story garages by Waterloo Branding. Okay, that's a brand. Pennsylvania is your location. Vinyl Heritage Garages. And see how this is all different. Now I have Salzburg Vinyl Liberty Garages. Hello. Huge. Now you see all these links. These are actually all pages on my website. Of the website that I created, I should say. Here it is. Look at that. Here's your location. Here's the keyword. All of these pages are different. That is why Google loves them, because everything is original, geo-targeted with keywords. Huge. Now, Vince, I'm not totally positive on how far you guys go out, how big of a service area that you have. Is it maybe 100 or 200 miles? But what I would do, there is a website here on the internet that tells me all of the cities, suburbs, all within like the 100, 200 mile radius, however far you go. It tells me all of those. So what I would do, I would take all those geo-targeted locations, and then I'm going to go ahead. Where am I? Go back. And I'm going to put them in here. I'm going to put the keyword in here, decorative concrete perhaps. We're going to find a whole bunch of nice targeted keywords for you, okay? Keyword, then your location, and then we're going to break it down into the suburbs, okay? This is huge. Nobody else does this. Only I do this. This is awesome. All right. So now let's take what we know so far. You have an awesome website, geo-targeted with keywords that's absolutely huge, and it has awesome coding. So you are going to have an absolutely wonderful website, all right? So that's step one. Two, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take your newly created website, and then I take your name, address, phone number, and your new website address, and I'm going to submit it to at least 35 directory listings. And I'm talking credible directory listings such as Yelp, Better Business Bureau. You can be on Manta, Yellow Pages, 411.com. Those are all, you probably never even heard of them, but it doesn't matter if you heard of them or not, okay? Because they are real and they are credible. And all of those can be a potential listing for you on that first page of Google. So think about this. There's generally 25 to 30 spots on that first page of Google. All right. A lot of them are paid advertisements. Okay. So that leaves about 10, 15, 20 maybe of them left of the organic listings for you to rank naturally. And that's where I want you. I want you to take over. I want your business to take over at least 6, 7, 8, 9 of those first page listings. Okay. So that way, when anybody ever does a search in your area for decorative concrete or whatever keyword we're going for, okay, your name is going to come up. You are going to be right in the front, and you're going to have so many first page listings to pick from. You're going to be the only logical choice. All right. Now, I want to back it up a little bit. There are a couple variables to getting that many placements on that first page, okay? Now we were talking about how big and wonderful this website is. Awesome. I'm going to submit you to those directory listings. Awesome. But here is where it gets exciting, all right? So think about this. Not just doing one website, but doing 5 or 10 or more websites. All right, does this blow your mind or what? So think about this. You have 10 websites, all unique, all individual. Nobody would have any clue that it's the same website, right? But it's all going to have the same phone number going back to you. So what I would do with those the 9 other websites, I would individually submit to 35 of those directory sites that new URL. Okay, so I would take your name, address, phone number with your new website address for all those other websites that I created. I'm going to submit them to those directory sites. So think about that. You have 10 new custom websites all about you. And then you're going to have all of those listings from all those directories pointing back at all of those websites. Are you feeling the power, my friend? Okay. There is no way that you possibly could not dominate that first page of Google with all of that power. You got all the backlinks and you got all the awesome websites. There is no way. And obviously, I don't really like making guarantees because those can come back and bite you in the ass. I get that. But if your site, if your business, my friend, wouldn't be doubled in a year, I would absolutely be freaking shocked, okay? Because think about this. If anybody's doing any kind of a search, nobody's looking in the yellow pages anymore. Nobody, all right? And when they are doing a search, looking for something because they have a problem and they are in a buyer's mindset, they have a problem, they want it fixed, all right? They have up to 30 options on that first page of Google. You need to be as many of those options as you possibly can to improve your odds of getting picked. And you don't want to be stuck on the second page. You do not want to be on the second page because nobody looks on the second page anymore. Generally, 1 through 30 for your listings. If you can't figure out something from 1 through 30 in a local area, something's wrong. You're going to the second page. And honestly, everything just isn't really as relevant. You know what I'm saying? So that is why you absolutely need to be all over the first page of Google. And I know how to get you there, okay? So with that being said, I am thinking, oh, here. This is kind of the one I wanted. I have a bunch of different templates on my website also that you can take a look at. This one is kind of like for granite and that kind of thing, but you know what? Like I said, the premise is all the same, but we would just put your custom images. We can put obviously get a quote today, like a quote box here. All right, here it is a little bit down here. These are just the templates anyway. So, we definitely would customize it to however you want. Get your logo in here. This would be all custom to you. All right. So, to do what I'm recommending you do, if you want to at least get all over that first page a couple times, you want at least 10 websites. At least. All right. If you can't do 10 websites, do as much as you can, all right? Because they take a while to rank, to build up. Google just doesn't say, oh, there's your website, I'm going to put you up on the first page. It don't work that way at all. You need all that backlinking juice and everything to kick in to push you up, okay? That is absolutely imperative. And doing that many sites, I would say I can have the first couple done in about 2 weeks, and then I would have everything finished up by the end of the month. All right, so now I'm going to send along this Excel spreadsheet. Now, what this is, I'm talking 10 websites right here. See where it's yellow like that? Now, keep in mind, you can play with this, all right? You can put the numbers in as many websites as you can possibly afford, okay? If you were to do 10 websites, it would be this cost right down here in the purple, all right? And to consider that this is going to absolutely double your business, $18,396, that is nothing, nothing, nothing. All right, so let's say whatever, you can't fathom that, whatever. Go ahead and change your number here. I'm going to change it to 5, hit enter, and then that changes all of the amounts here, and then you get an actual price down here. So go ahead and play with the spreadsheet here, and then get back to me and let me know where you're at. I do have about 3 other projects that I'm going for the month of June. I can definitely get you in, but I just want to know where I'm at for my workload in volume. I'm trying to strategize that out because I have writers that write for me. I do not write my own content because that is definitely not my forte. And I have people that submit the name, address, phone number to all the citation, all the directory listings and stuff. So I just really would like to know where to fit you in this whole month of June here. So again, here is my cell phone up here. I'll put it in the email address, in the message in LinkedIn there. And you know what? This is my cell. Call me, text me whenever. Everybody's got their phone on them all the time. So if you need to get a hold of me, if you want to say, you know what, Steph, let's go ahead and give me a call so we can get something written up here for you, okay? And, with that being said, too, I'm looking forward to getting on a call with you in the future, but you know what? Let's get this knocked out. You know everything now. So, all right, that's about it, my friend. Vince, it was so nice doing this video for you. I hope to welcome you on board here real soon, and you have a great weekend, okay?